So quail eggs, Chef.
Yes.
What's the difference in taste between a quail egg and a chicken egg?
Just a little bit gamier, a little bit smaller.
Okay.
Not much. Just the idea of delicacy.
Yes.
That we're going to show you with one of the dishes today.
Fun to cook with today. Welcome to the Chef's Kitchen. I'm your host, Tina Marie, and today I'm joined by Chef Adam Delosso of Garces Catering. Nice to have you here, Chef.
Nice to be back.
Always great to have you here. And today we're working with Hatfield ham.
Yep.
All different varieties of Hatfield ham. And you're going to be doing some really interesting, fun things with Hatfield ham.
We're going to start off with the whole ham. Because everybody gets these football hams at home, or the Hatfield hams, the smoked hams. They have a couple different kinds of hams, but the one we're going to use today is the classic ham.
Okay.
So we're going to take the whole ham and we're going to glaze it. We're going to roast it in the oven a little bit. It's actually already cooked and smoked, so you just want to heat it up.
Right, it's a fully cooked item.
Right, so I'm going to show you a little bit different way of cooking it, heating it, and making it work for you.
Good.
So we're going to start off first with the whole ham in a pan in a roasting dish.
Okay.
You just put a little apple cider on top, a little bit of orange juice.
Great. And again, this is one of 4 recipes that you're going to be sharing with us today.
Yeah.
So we get an extra special treat.
That's fresh orange juice right on top.
Great.
And then we're going to cover it up with a little bit of butter. Butter. You cannot cook anything without butter.
Of course not. Of course not. This would be a beautiful glaze.
Yeah. We're actually going to make the glaze separately, because
Oh,
what
okay.
this is going to do is just cook it and partake a little bit of flavor inside of it.
Okay.
So you're going to cook this at about 375 degrees for about an hour. I actually have one already ready
Okay.
in the oven. I'm going to show you how to make the glaze. And you want to take it out and every 15 or so minutes just baste it with some of the juices that are in there.
So while it's cooking for the hour, just continue to baste it.
Just continue to baste it.
Wow.
So what I did on the top here is I just cut out a little wedge for the top, and this is going to be stuffed with some local apples. Just equal parts honey and brown sugar in a pan, and we're going to caramelize this.
And so this is the beginnings of our glaze.
Right.
I can tell. Okay.
So the braise, it'll just cook in a little bit of orange juice and cider vinegar, or cider.
Apple cider.
Apple cider, and just have it cook for about an hour.
Okay.
This together, we're going to mix together brown sugar and honey. No water at all, just mix it together. We're going to caramelize this to about 300 degrees.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to test the temperature of it. I'm just going to notice it when it boils, and I'm going to show you guys how to tell when it's ready. We're actually going to take some of these local apples.
What kind of apples are these?
These are Honeycrisp apples.
Oh, I love Honeycrisp.
You can use any kind of apple that you want. I like these right now because they're coming out of Lancaster.
They're super sweet.
Super sweet.
One of the best eating apples, really, just to snack on.
Exactly. They came in this week. We just got them in from the farm, and I just thought they were perfect. So we're just going to dice these apples up for a little garnish.
This is smelling already wonderful.
Yeah. It's just going to cook for a little bit just to glaze the apples. And it's going to be almost like a candied apple glaze for the outside.
And you're keeping the peel on.
Yep.
Okay.
Why bother peeling it?
Right.
Cooking at home should be really easy, really fun, and it's easy to make a gourmet dish with products like Hatfield that you're going to start out with a really good product. So you're going to see the outside of this caramelizing a little bit.
Okay.
Just going to mix it up. Hold off the stove a little bit. And you can see the brown
Makes a
sugar.
really nice thick syrup.
So I'm sure most people have to take the ham out with tongs or a spatula, but
You're going to use your hands.
use my hands. And this glaze is just about done. You can see that a lot of if you added water to it, it would take a little bit longer. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to add the apples to it,
Okay.
and just mix the apples up. And you'll see they'll just coat just like candy apples. And then we'll put it right inside here.
Nice.
And the glaze will just run all over it.
Wow. What a crowd pleaser.
So it's just brown sugar, honey, apples right on the outside.
So simple.
And there's the ham.
Great.
Cooked something from the show? Went to a restaurant that you loved? Found a place serving innovative cocktails or impressive wine? Become a fan of the Chef's Kitchen on Facebook and share your thoughts. We're back with more from the Chef's Kitchen.
We're going to show you how to make some side dishes for this ham. So both of these are local cauliflower right from, they're actually from New Jersey.
Okay.
We have a company we deal with out in New Jersey. This is called Romanesco cauliflower, and this is just a yellow cauliflower.
All right.
So you can get them in different colors. I've seen orange, yellow, white, green. And the Romanesco right now is perfect. You'll see in the store, it'll be a little fuzzy green. You're like,
yes.
What do I do with that?
So the cauliflower comes from New Jersey, you said, right?
Right.
And the Romanesco, is there any flavor difference?
It is a little bit stronger in the cauliflower flavor, but I find it to be a little nuttier.
Oh, okay.
Right? The easiest way to roast cauliflower is to roast it whole rather than cutting it up.
Okay.
Same thing with the yellow one. Just take off the bottom.
Now, does this have any different flavor?
This one's a little bit more mild than the white or the green cauliflower, but it just adds a nice little color to it.
Oh, I love the color. So this is Romanesco. Does this have a special name?
No, it's just yellow cauliflower.
Okay.
So then all we need to do with this is take some of the butter here, room temperature butter, and we're going to smother it all on the outside of it.
There can be nothing wrong with smothering that in butter.
No.
Right?
Just take your hands.
I'll do this one for you.
And just rub the outside of it. This is going to take about an hour in the oven, depending on the size. The little green one here will take about 30 minutes. The larger one here will take about an hour. So it's perfect to put in at the same time as your ham.
Ah, yes, and everything's done at the same time.
Everything's done at the same time. We're going to season the outside of this cauliflower with just some salt and a little bit of pepper. This is just going to be about 375 right in the oven for about an hour.
Wow, look how it comes out.
I have it already finished.
Oh,
It comes out
fabulous.
whole. So this one took about a half hour. This one takes about an hour. You're just going to take and cut around the core of it.
Okay.
Just like this. And the big pieces just fall off.
Just fall right off. Oh, I can smell the nuttiness.
Yes. It's nice and roasted. You can see it's still steaming hot. And I just cut it down just like this.
I like how it's still crunchy.
Yes.
It's not cooked completely down to where it just disintegrates in your mouth. It's still crunchy.
A little tooth to it. And that's what I like about fresh vegetables that are local like this. You can give them a little bit of crunch. You can have that crispiness on the outside also.
Yes.
And then all I'm going to do is just drizzle a little bit of olive oil over top of it. Fresh extra virgin olive oil. Really,
Perfect
really
touch.
simple dish. And then we're going to finish it with a little bit of fresh pecorino cheese. This is a microplane, one of the things you need in your house for cheese grating.
Essential tool.
It makes this nice, fluffy cheese.
Wow, that's a beautiful accompaniment to our ham.
Okay, moving on to sweet potatoes, right down here. One of the things during the holidays, you have sweet potatoes or yams.
Yes?
Easiest way to do it is to take the whole yam, bake it in the oven for about an hour at 350 degrees. The hardest thing about this is that what we do in the kitchen is to take them out while they're hot and use them while they're hot. So I have a machine here that we have in our kitchen called a Roboco, but most likely at home it's called a Cuisinart.
Okay.
A blender of some sort.
A blender or food processor even?
Food processor. So then I take a towel, I take the outside of this off while it's still hot.
So it's key to use these when they're still hot.
It's still hot.
What happens when they cool down?
Well, I'm going to emulsify some vanilla butter into it.
Oh my goodness.
That while it's hot, it'll melt and whip right into it.
Okay.
And you'll make your whipped sweet potatoes.
So it makes a real difference in the flavor of your finished product.
It does.
To make sure it's steaming hot like we see it here.
While they're pureeing, we're going to add the vanilla butter. And all this is vanilla beans and butter.
And
That's
how
it.
did you infuse the vanilla? I mean,
You
just
get room
mix
temperature,
it in.
room temperature butter, and just mix in the vanilla beans. You can use
Wow.
vanilla extract if you like, but this is the easiest way.
Okay.
And once you're done pureeing it, it'll come out really nice and smooth, and
Yes.
you can either serve it right away, or you can refrigerate it and heat it up the next day. So if you don't need to use it right away, you can refrigerate it and you can just heat it up in a pan just like this. That's it. Now I'm going to put some smoked pecans on top.
Yum.
And that's one of our other side dishes. A lot of times you have leftovers from dinner. So the first thing we're going to make is white corn grits.
Okay.
It's going to go along with, and we're going to put in country ham and Cabot cheddar. So first you need to start with is this, what a really good quality white corn grits. And they just come stone ground just like this.
So we're looking for stone ground corn grits.
Correct.
It's important to get good quality.
Good quality.
Okay.
And there's a company called Anson Mills that is amazing.
Okay.
But all you do is just put the grits in there, add it's 1 part grits, 2 parts milk, 2 parts heavy cream. And you're gonna cook it for an hour.
Under a low heat?
Low heat.
So it's 1 part grits, 2 parts milk, and 2 parts heavy cream?
Right.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. We now return to the chef's kitchen.
And so these are grits that have been cooked for an hour?
Cooked for an hour. You're slowly doing a little labor.
Yes.
Stirring them. And then I take some of the diced ham. This is the dinner ham that's been left over.
Left over from last night, say.
Finished. All I do is just add it into here. We're going to add a little bit of butter to finish it. And while that's stirring, we're going to get a little bit of Cabot cheddar cheese.
Nice. Now, could this be maybe a breakfast meal?
This is exactly what this is.
Okay.
A breakfast or afternoon brunch item. So then you're just going to stir this together.
Wonderful. And I know we'd like to welcome onto our set Miss Carrie Mel from Hatfield Quality Meats.
Hi, Tina Marie. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thank you for having
Carrie.
me.
It's our pleasure. And we are having just a ball with Hatfield ham.
Smells so good.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about the variety of hams that you offer and the different quantities you can get them in.
The great thing about our Hatfield hams is that they come in a lot of different sizes. And we also offer our Hatfield ham steaks, which is basically a whole ham
right here
that is sliced. So it's quick, it's easy. You could pair it with some macaroni and cheese, and it's a great meal for your family.
Oh yes, one of these is a no-brainer for dinner. And I love these easy peel packages.
Easy peel, no mess. Take it right out, throw it away, and you're done.
And I understand you have a special offer just for our Chef's Kitchen viewers.
Yes, if you go to our website, which is hatfieldqualitymeats.com, and you click on the Chef's Kitchen, put in our code, which is HQM, and you'll get a $2 off coupon for any of our products.
Great. We have many reasons. You've showed us many reasons to know this now. Okay, so hatfieldqualitymeats.com, and the code is HQM.
Yes.
Easy to remember.
Yes.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you.
We'll see you again at the tasting.
Sounds great. Thanks.
Thank you.
So I just
What
finished...
did you do, Chef, while we were chatting? All of a sudden, our grits have become this masterpiece.
I finished the top of the grits with a sassafras pork jus. So a little licorice flavor in with the pork.
Our hearts. It's wonderful.
To finish up this dish, we're going to make a traditional Spanish torta. All it is kind of like a frittata. So we're going to take just some eggs, some potatoes, and some onions mixed in this mixture.
So you have diced potatoes and diced onion?
And diced onion. That is
Okay.
cooked. They are cooked. The potato is fried. The onion is sweated down.
Okay.
I'm going to add a little extra virgin olive oil to these little galette pans.
So these are little individual servings?
These are little individual servings. Let's heat this up, and we're going to pour in the potato and the mixture. You can hear it sizzle a little bit. That's the perfect temperature for it.
Okay.
See how the egg starts to set?
We want to hear that sizzle.
Right. And I'm actually going to take these and put these right in the oven, just like this. These are going to take about 30 minutes or so. And I have ones that are finished already.
Great. So they really puff up nicely then.
I'm going to take this out of the pan just like this. And they're served usually room temperature, cold, hot, doesn't matter. These are a little bit hot, and you just cut these open. And it's just a potato and egg mixture to go along with your grits.
Really nice. This is a traditional breakfast
From Spain.
in Spain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tortilla Espanola. And then we're going to take a little bit of sassafras aioli. I'll show you guys a little plating technique. We just take the spoon, the dollop, and we just do this.
Oh, nice.
And it looks like you dragged it across the plate.
Yes, it does. It's a nice artistic flair, though.
A little chives. A little sea salt. Right on top. And this would go along with the grits. Just like this.
Lovely. Lovely meal.
Okay, moving right along. We
Okay.
have another dish called a croque monsieur.
Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, this is a classic dish.
Okay. I'm going to do a little twist on it called a croque madame, which has a fried egg on top. So it's a little bit different. So we're just going to take a saute pan with a little bit of butter in it again. Croque monsieur is just ham and Gruyere cheese melted in there. We're going to add a little quail egg on top and a little bechamel.
Okay.
To make it a croque madame.
Excellent.
So what I did was I took some of the ham, the dinner ham, and sliced it down.
Really thin.
Really thin. I took some Gruyere cheese, which is right here. I have a little bit of brioche that we're going
Excellent.
to basically toast right in this
Right
pan.
in the pan,
Right
okay.
in this pan.
And those are classic elements of this dish.
Yes. It's just basically a ham and cheese. But I cut it a little bit smaller so that we can have it for almost an afternoon snack or tea.
So you're really taking us throughout the whole day
Yes.
with ham today.
First, you have to start with dinner to get
Yes,
the
we
ham.
have to start with dinner. Gruyere is a wonderful melting cheese.
Yes. So just going to melt that down.
How beautiful that ham is sliced.
Stay tuned for more from the Chef's Kitchen. We're back with more of today's recipe.
So while this is going, I'm going to show you how to make the creme fraiche bechamel that's important in
Okay,
this.
good.
So we're going to take... And a bechamel is a classic, almost a thickened milk. So all we need to do is start off with a little bit of butter. And it's equal parts butter and flour to make a roux.
And this is probably the most important part, right? Making the roux, doing it properly.
Correct. And being able to
Right
cook it
color.
out. And this is used in a lot of different dishes. And
Yes.
most people just buy thickened sauces already. What I find to be really easy to make at home is a little bechamel, add some cheese to it, and I have mac and cheese for my daughter.
There you go. The best mac and cheese you'll ever get, she'll ever
Yes.
get.
Yeah. It's really easy. So you just melt the flour and the butter together. Hatfield, when I started this, they sent me so many different products.
Yes.
And there's a lot of the products we already use in the restaurants. There's some products that I see in the supermarket, and they're amazing. I like the fact of using somebody that is local and supporting the local economy. Because I use a lot of local farmers, a lot of local people, and whenever I get bacon in the restaurant, it's always Hatfield. So we're just going to toast this down. I'm going to put the milk right into here.
Regular milk.
Regular milk.
And you can use cold milk, not hot?
You just use cold milk.
Good.
It'll go up a little faster if you have the hot milk.
Great.
And you basically bring this up to a boil and let it whisk. While we're doing that, we have to flip our sandwiches are ready. So nice and toasted, golden brown.
Easy, quickly. That toasted up beautifully.
Yeah.
I love the fact you're using brioche too, how rich
Yes.
that's going to taste.
And the cheese is melted already. And then one of the things we're going to do is we're going to actually fry a quail egg right inside of here. Why dirty another pan?
That's true. That's
Then
true.
you have to clean
and there's all
another
this
pan.
flavor in there already too.
Yeah.
The tiny quail egg. Where can we get quail eggs?
I see them at the Chinese supermarket. Just put our little sandwiches right here. I already made some of our bechamel that's mixed with a little creme fraiche. I'm going to top it off just like this.
To see how it gets nice and thick with the creme fraiche.
Just top it off. It's just going to be a sauce for the sandwich.
Okay.
And then your quail eggs already finished.
It's the perfect size to go right on top.
It's like a little breakfast sandwich.
Beautiful. Or brunch.
Or brunch, yep.
Wow. What an abundant tasting table.
It looks
Karen,
beautiful.
It looks fabulous. And again, this is all from one Hatfield ham. So it's amazing, Chef Adam Delosso, you've taught us how to just create all sorts of dishes spanning the entire day with one Hatfield ham. That's spectacular.
Thank you.
And they're all unique. They all have very different, vibrant flavors, beautiful colors. Okay, let's
Cheers.
toast.
Thank you.
To Hatfield Ham and Chef Adam Delosso, thank you so much. And now for the best part.
I'm going to slice the ham while you guys taste some of the other stuff down here.
Wonderful.
great.
Okay, we'll go for this croque madame, correct?
Correct.
I'll make sure I got that right.
It has the ham, Gruyere cheese, a little
look at
quail
that. That
egg,
looks
and a creme
delicious.
fraiche
Oh.
bechamel.
Wonderful.
What's so nice about the Hatfield hams is that they can be used in so many different applications, different recipes, and they're great for leftovers.
It's so true. I mean, we've gone from dinner to breakfast to like a snack, brunch. That's great.
So good.
Wonderful, wonderful dish. I'm really dying to try this though because it has that candy apple flavor to it.
A little candy apple glaze on top of it. It
Yes.
goes with the cauliflower, the sweet potatoes. And you always
And it
have
was
the
so
leftovers.
easy to make. This is fabulous ham.
It's easy to make, and the great thing about this is you can slice it the next day for ham sandwiches.
That is a complete crowd pleaser. People will go nuts if you serve this at your table. That is outstanding. Did you taste that glaze?
It's so good. It's very sweet.
It's so sweet.
Savory.
It's wonderful. How about these grits? And this is the leftover ham with the grits, and you snuck in that great...
That are diced.
Yeah.
Cheddar cheese.
It's such a unique recipe.
Wow.
Nice.
Really,
It's really good.
really good.
Excellent.
We could just sit here all day and just eat. and just
Yep.
and enjoy ourselves. Carrie, thank you so much for joining
Thank you
us.
so
from
much for
Hatfield.
having us.
Hatfield Quality Meats. And let's not forget our wonderful offer specifically for our Chef's Kitchen viewers.
Yes, if you go to our website, HatfieldQualityMeats.com,
Great.
click on Chef's Kitchen and put in the coupon code HQM, you can get a $2 off coupon.
Wonderful. HatfieldQualityMeats.com, code HQM.
That's
we'll have
correct.
to remember that so we can enjoy Hatfield all throughout the year.
Cheers.
Thank you, Adam Delosso, for joining us today.
For over 115 years, Hatfield Quality Meats has been the first choice for families to enjoy delicious pork products for any meal. Enjoy one of our tantalizing breakfast meats or prepare a quick and easy dinner featuring our fully cooked whole hams, marinated pork tenderloins, or our Italian sausages. Hatfield Quality Meats prides itself on its commitment to quality and providing the most wholesome and great tasting products possible. Visit us at HatfieldQualityMeats.com and click on the Chef's Kitchen badge. Type in HQM to get your special coupon offer. Cooked something from the show? Went to a restaurant that you loved? Found a place serving innovative cocktails or impressive wine? Become a fan of the Chef's Kitchen on Facebook and share your thoughts. Craft services provided by Garces Trading Company, a European-style gourmet market where you can enjoy delicious bistro fare in a bright, airy setting.
I love working on Chef's Kitchen. I get to introduce a lot of new products to people. People get to learn a little bit about how do we cook in the kitchen and be able to teach them some easy, simple things to cook at home.